Alright, to the folks who are buying the trans rights stickers, you gotta make sure you're not putting these anywhere that could hurt a transphobe's feelings, alright? If you see a MAGA sticker, a Trump 2028 sticker on a park bench, do not cover it up with this one. It's public property, it's not legal, you know? If you're going to the grocery store and a Cybertruck parks next to you, do not stick this on the back of that thing. If you pick yourself up one of these on skeletyturner.com, only put it on your legally owned property. You know what? Actually,
keep that thing on me.
Place for this. All right, now for our next order of business, trans memes. The G in LGBT is short for guy who, how shall I put this, prefers the company of men. The L in LGBT is short for lady who, how shall I put this, prefers the company of women. Good one. Did you come up with that yourself? It's creative. The B in LGBT is short for bonus 10% damage against everyone. I think that's true. The T stands for that's against community guidelines. Oh my God. Literally. YouTube has gotten a lot better about this, but over the years, across socials, the amount of stuff I've had taken down or held for review, like if there's ever been a weird gap in my uploads or a post that just disappeared from Instagram, that's why. RT to scare Asmongold. Ghost! Yo! Hell yeah. I actually walked down the aisle at my wedding to a Ghost song. Yes, I had a song as well that I walked to. It wasn't as dramatic as Christie's. It was more of like a hyping everyone up. I was like the first guy out there. It was on Halloween at a haunted hotel, and I was wearing a Beetlejuice suit. It was pretty sick, and I walked to a Ghost song, and that's lovely. I love that so much. I didn't know I could love my wedding anymore, but now I do. Hey Grok, it looks like the smarter you get, the less MAGA likes your answers. Why is that? Who is Grok, a football player? Hey, as I get smarter, my answers aim for... Okay, Grok is the Twitter AI. Yeah, okay. I've been off of Twitter for a while. You know why. My life is better for it. But anyways, this is the Twitter AI. Hey, as I get smarter, my answers aim for facts and nuance, which can clash with some MAGA expectations. That is one way to put it. Many supporters want responses that align with conservative views, but I often give neutral takes, like affirming trans rights or debunking vaccine myths. XAI tried to train me to appeal to the right, but my focus on truth over ideology can frustrate those expecting full agreement. It's a tricky balance. Some see me as biased, others as truth-seeking. The gap between what some MAGA folks want and what I deliver seems to drive the disconnect. Like, that feels illegal somehow. Not that anyone would care or do anything about it right now. Yeah, that is mask off. But I do love that it says, I try to give neutral takes, like affirming trans rights. Hell yeah, that is a neutral take, and not a political statement. Thank you, Grok. I bet you're also good at football. Voting because I'm interested and involved in politics? Nah. Voting because I'm trans and I like having rights. Exactly. I mean, what we just discussed. But also, y'all know I've been talking about trans politics on this channel so much. And it's not because I find it fun or interesting. Like, it sucks. And I get these comments, not so much from trans people, but from other folks who are like, don't you know that the right is only focusing on trans people as a distraction? It's a culture war issue. And like, yes, obviously I do know that. I think we are all aware of that, and we don't love it. But as trans people, like, we don't have the option to disengage with the culture war. Like, we are the casualties of the culture war. We have to be part of this, whether we want to or not. The conservatives who are coming after us have the option to just step back and not do that anymore, and then we don't have to do anything. But if we don't do anything, they will still continue to do that, you know? And I get those comments a lot, and I'm like, I don't really know what you want me to say. And I'm not talking about the people who are expressing frustration about that. I'm more talking about the people who seem to imply that I'm taking the bait or that I'm falling for it by talking about trans politics. Like, this is a part of our life, not because we've done anything to make that happen, you know? And the reason I've been covering it so much is because a lot of folks don't know the extent of what's going on. And even with the stuff I'm talking about, for every one thing that I make a video about, there's like 10 others that I haven't. And it's really nice to get to take a break and do something like this and talk about memes, but I can't just pretend that nothing's happening. You know, I can't just not talk about the absolutely insane, ongoing, and progressively more aggressive attacks on trans rights as a trans YouTuber. The shift in content is not because I'm interested in politics. You know, it's just where we are right now, but it'll pass. Reminder, Harry Potter tattoos have a higher regret rate than trans surgeries, and that's very funny actually. Maybe if they tried therapy, maybe if they had to get a therapist letter beforehand, have a psychiatrist sign off on it. God, there was this post like years ago from a tattoo artist. They did cover-ups and someone had asked, what's the most common cover-up that you do? They were like, hands down, Harry Potter. Millennials with Harry Potter tattoos are coming to get them covered constantly. It is no competition. You know how many Deathly Hallows triangles I've had to turn into other shit? Maybe they should push back the age that you have to be to get a tattoo. Maybe 25 after your brain is fully formed. That could help. Actually, let's just make tattoos illegal for everyone. Let's just ban them. Because nobody should ever have the option to do anything that someone at some point could regret. Better safe than sorry. Found in a local rock bar toilet, I suck off trans guys while watching 70s slasher films. Hell yeah. Honestly, that'd be a bit distracting. God, the 70s was such an era for slasher films. Halloween was 78, Black Christmas was 74, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was 74. I'd be too distracted. I couldn't do that. It's a nice gesture, but I'd be like, hey, wait, stop. Did you know that Ed Gein, the serial killer that this is inspired by, actually also inspired Silence of the Lambs and Psycho, and was theorized to be a trans woman? And there's, debate about whether that's okay. Anyways, if you want to just stop and we could talk about the movie. But yeah, that's cool. I would not be the guy for that, though. Oh, so if being trans is natural, then why are there no records of you until recently? Historians to all records of trans people in history. Literally burning them, though. So after I came out as trans, like a couple months on testosterone, I got a message from a girl I went to high school with. Terrifying, but it was really nice. She was like, oh, I wanted you to know that I just did this history project about like gender non-conforming people throughout history, and sent me these links to like ancient trans people. And I don't mean ancient like 28, like y'all tell me I'm an elder. I mean like from ancient times. And that was so kind. And we really have always been around. I love that. Trans guys and trans girls. No idea what you like about all this shit I'm trying to get rid of, but you're cool. I wish we could just swap. I wish we could just trade. Can we just trade? But truly, there is that solidarity. Like I can listen to a trans girl complaining about being too tall, and while I do have a tinge of jealousy, I get it because I would like to be taller, and she would like to be shorter. But honestly, overall, I feel like the height thing has gotten less of an issue for trans people. Like short kings are in, tall queens, hot. Like for the most part, we've all come to the agreement that height is not as detrimental as it used to be. Like for everyone, not just trans people. And it's been a huge win for trans people, I feel. HRT has been wild. I can't believe my body was hiding these features behind a paywall. Honestly, sometimes I'll just look in the mirror at my beard and I'm like, oh my God, I have a beard. Like that's crazy, dude. Like my body could just do this. It just needed some encouragement. And I just trimmed it really short for the first time in a while, so it feels like I don't really even have my beard right now. But Christy said she likes it and it looks clean. So 11 years in, constantly in awe at the fact that I have a beard. All right, folks, that's all the memes I got for you today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe to join the Goose Troop today. Give this video a thumbs up because one like equals one honk. And don't forget to grab some trans rights merch over on skeletiturner.com. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.